We're international and we're growing. Thank you for joining, subscribing, commenting, all that kind of good stuff for the Wrestling Conscience channel, where we provide a bit of empathy, we provide compassion and common sense in these wrestling streets. Gonna suplex some common sense because it's just getting out of hand. Raw was terrible. I can't even do a French accent. It's terrible. It was just nonsensical. It was what was the point? I really am advocating for Raw, these episodic episodes. If you'd have nothing to put on, don't put nothing at all. No, for real. Where did the story develop? It seems reruns and reruns for the last 2-3 weeks. Nothing has been accomplished. All that they've done, which was different, is just talk about the IC championship, the women's IC championship. And that could be done in an email. I didn't have to sit through all of that. It's just a waste of time. It's just getting worse. And what makes it worse, that this is supposed to be the big four going up to Survivor Series. We're all supposed to be like, I remember when I was little, in the Attitude Era, was hyped up about these war games. It's because we have so much remixes upon remixes of these tag teams, this big 5 against 5. It's not special anymore. It's not a cool stipulation. I think you just have another stipulation added for war games, or it's just silly. What are they fighting for? What are they fighting for? What are the war games? Okay, OG, Bloodline, the other Bloodline, okay, but what are the women? What are the women fighting for? It's just stupid. There wasn't Liv Morgan and Nia Jax fighting the other day for the last crown jewels, and now everyone's best friends, kissing each other and all that kind of stuff. It's just getting stupid now. I can't even bring myself. I'm gonna give some integrity even, and write some notes, but it's just getting a bit it's just getting a bit annoying now, to be fair. It is. I don't know what even to say to Sue. So yeah. So the thing with WWE now, since the Paul Levesque era, is that people walk in the stadium like athletes, like when they watch the basketball player. It's like, I'm not really interested who's walking in the arena. I don't care what they do. And they're not looking in the camera, pretending like they don't see the cameras there. It's annoying. What happened today when we just want none of that backstage kind of fourth wall kind of being shown? We just want to see the superstars when they come out the Titantron, when they get from Gorilla and then they come out. I don't want to see no backstage malarkey, because it just ruins the illusion of of anything, right? But anyway, so Bianca and Naomi walk in. Nia Jax and Stephanie Stratton. You see Ludwig Kaiser, Bron Breakker. Who is that woman? Is it Catherine Kelly? I don't know what her name, but that woman with the brown hair, who's like take over like Renee's spot of chatting. And Gunther with his generic wedding best man suits chatting, and Gunther can't all of a sudden talk all of a sudden. This is a champion, so the champion can't speak after all the ring general, all of that, all the pseudo Nazi inferences, all that strong acting like a general, all that kind of stuff, and Gunther can't talk. Mate, it's just a myth, mate. Anyway. The champion does not speak. Damien Priest comes in with his little self, and then Gunther's acting like a pussy. He's acting like a pussy hole. I wasn't supposed to swear, but it's just getting annoying, right? And then Damien asks him a question, like, let me hear you talk. And then Gunther's supposed to speak, and then Damien doesn't let him talk. So why is Damien Priest acting like Gunther's a little bitch after the dominant intercontinental championship run, all that kind of stuff? As soon as he's world champion, his aura, his chakra, oh my god, everything is gone. Like, no, why? This is just stupidness, man. Who is writing this? If this is Triple H, there must be more people. If Triple H putting his name on everything, Triple H, are you responsible for writing this stupidness? Now, this really shows that you have no creative bone in your body, because this shows like how nepotism happens. Sleeping with the boss's daughter, get to write this stupidness. Anyway, isn't the heel supposed to outsmart and get a rise out of the babyface? That did not really happen. He tried to hit him with the microphone. That didn't really work. But anyway, before that, Damon is analyzing, in the promo, talking about him and in the ring. It felt like a therapy session. Then, Damon turns to a narrator foreshadowing the future. What is Gunther gonna do next? I don't give a... Tell me. Show me in the ring next week. I don't care about this kind of stuff. And then he hits him, and then they all go out the ring, and then Gunther tries to get a rise out of him, but it didn't work. And then Gunther looking like a bitch when he gets spread all over the announcer table. It's just stupid. Ring general to ring bitch. Bianca and Naomi backstage talking about how Jade is doing, how Sis is doing. How's Naomi doing? Your career's on life support, Naomi. Fix it. Anyway, Bianca and Naomi, and then there's Io Sky, then there's Bailey, saying Bailey should be part of the War Games or carry Sane to be the 5th member. And then Rhea Ripley comes out of nowhere as the leader. Hey Ripley, haven't seen you. You keep on getting injured and doing stupidness. With Judgment Day. And bloody hell, I'm Rhea Ripley. That stupid gimmick, I don't like. Where have you been? So you're going to think that you're going to be in charge of all the girls. You have no one. You can't even say, oh, I want this person. You have no friends, you got no allies, and you come in act like you are the leader. You're not no leader. I hope these fans can see who you are, Ripley. Your gig is running out. It's running out. Rhea talks with no substance, and Bianca prepare for the match. Anyway, the LWO is next. It's undercard match. Listen, yeah, I don't like how they're doing Rey Mysterio Day. I need to do a video of Rey Mysterio, man, because they're just taking their piss with him, man. He's carrying matches. This guy's 50 and he's just running the whole game. And you treating him like an undercarder. Now, I know he's small, but stuff like that. He should be in an upper mid-carder at least. He should be battling proper people, man. I don't know what they're doing Dragon Lee. I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't really care for it. We have Rey Mysterio. Are you trying to pass on the baton and think we don't know who Rey Mysterio are or who he is just because he's got a different mask? I don't know. Anyway, the American-made tornado match. There was cool high-flying spots, but still not invested. It was sloppy out-of-ring dives, sloppy spots, like how the Dragon Lee and the Creed brothers were setting up on the high rope to do a suplex. I'm a person, if you're going to do a spot, be safe. You're going to do a spot, but commit and do it quick. None of this waiting for 10 minutes for everyone to be set up and then do something. Anyway, and then I think Chad Gable tries to mess with Rey Mysterio mask, and that created a kerfuffle, and then, American made one. Whatever. Now, moving on. Braun Breaker entrance is cool. The beginning bits remember Jade's Cargill's entrance with all that mist. Anyway, in between the entrances, because they've got to not see a long entrance anymore, because we've got to fit 3 hours of content in 2 hours, right? So Judgment Day and Liv Morgan, if I say her name, Raquel Rodriguez, Finn Balor, R-Truth, the resident buffoon, dimwit. I don't know why R-Truth is so over. He's a legit good wrestler, but people like him like a big, black, dumb wrestler. I have views on that, acting like a minstrel, and if this is American culture and that's how they see black people, that's another thing. But anyways, Judgment Day, Finn Balor, wasted. But anyway, Finn Balor is there trying to give them a pep talk, saying there's no leaders, but he's obviously the leader. Have faith in the team. There's no fun in games. The game, war games, be a good player, blah, blah, blah. Didn't move anything. I don't know why it happened, but anyway, Judgment Day. Then we get into the triple threat Survivor Series kind of thing, stipulation, because it was Luke with Kaiser, then it was Braun Breaker. We had a good match. I think it was quite solid, and then Sheamus comes in and interferes. I know Sheamus wants to be a Grand Slam champion, have this Intercontinental Championship, but I really think this feud thing is Sheamus is too good for this. Sheamus should have been in War Games. He should have been there. That's what I think. Better than... Anyway. And then this upsets me. I've done a video about this, about the bloodline, Stockholm Syndrome, and how the bloodline storyline is getting so stale. Sami Zayn a couple of months ago, Intercontinental Champion. A couple of months ago, Jey Uso was the Intercontinental Champion. Jimmy Uso, whatever. They were single stars, super single stars, and now they're coming together like they have no brain, they have no sense. Also, Jey Uso was probably one of the most over star, probably a month ago, and they regressed him to this stupidness. And then Jimmy's like, well, if the wise man said we should trust CM Punk, well, we must do it, boss. I'm like, why are you acting like that for? Why are you acting like you are not intellectually capable of having your own decisions and having your own brain? It's so insulting. It is so insulting. How you come from the penitentiary and you've gone back to kindergarten? That doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, some stupidness. Anyway, then we see the Judgment Day finally wrestling. The tag team champions finally wrestling. The World Raiders are coming in. Boring mare match, interference, shenanigans. Don't really want to talk about it. And then we see the New Day year package. So we know there's going to be some shenanigans soon. And they're drawing it out. Squeezing out every drop of this. Kofi had a nice Dragon Ball Goku suit. I like that. That looked good. And at the beginning of the match, they kind of made up. Before the match, at the beginning, like when I watched the package, oh, this is cool, man. We achieved so much. Oh yeah, bro. Oh, bro, I love you, bro. I love you, bro. And you know, there's gonna be some stupidness coming when they go to the match, when they fight. Not American Made Alpha Babes or what you want to call them, with Maxine Dupree and Otis and Tosara. Anyway, this throwaway match is there. Somehow there's miscommunication, some stupidness between Xavier Woods and with Kofi Kingston. Bear in mind, Kofi Kingston used to be a world heavyweight champion, you know, but that's another story. So they're both arguing like little schoolgirls, and Xavier Woods and Kofi go backstage and carry on the arguing. I thought the argument was just going to happen on a ramp, but they dragged that GCSE drama, poor man's acting, all the way to the back, improv, all the way to the back. And the argument on, and it was getting intense because we want them to fight, but it felt like it was some really bad theatre. Like they were gonna, like, I felt like they were just gonna kiss each other. I really thought some porn was gonna happen. The way how they was looking at each other intensely and just shouting at each other. Anyway, after that we go into the Bray Wyatt tax of the Wyatt Six. When I mean Bray Wyatt tax, because we love Bray Wyatt and we give respect and he's died, we're just allowing this stupidness to happen. We're just allowing the Wyatt Six doing nothing at all for months. Their supernatural stuff cannot translate to the ring. Either they got a good teacher of Kane, they got a good teacher of The Undertaker for 30 years doing this stuff, and they think that we're just so stupid. And the thing between we're supposed to buy in with Karen Cross and the Final Testament and The Miz. And eventually Scarlett sees Nikki Cross like in a horror film. And then they go out, and then Karen Cross and Miz go home out of the room, and they come back into the room where Scarlett was, and then Scarlett's acting all possessed and crazy. Like, oh my god, get off me, I'm possessed. It's Nikki Cross. And I'm just like, oh, Scarlett, the one time I heard you speak, are you doing stupidness? Anyway, then we got to see a snippet of talking about the Intercontinental Championship belt for women. Not mad about it. Could have been done in an email. And then, moving on, we see the heel women War Games crew talking about how they want to squash Bianca Belair. And I'm just thinking again, like, you think we didn't have Amnesia a couple of weeks ago? Liv Morgan and Nia Jax were fighting. Anyway, what was interesting to see that they keep in score that Bianca Belair has the most reigns. Is that in Raw? I don't know why they're doing that, keeping score. What does that mean? When are we counting score? That sounds like an AEW thing. Let's look in that women's match, because I was waiting for some stupid interference. I was waiting for some shenanigans. And was I disappointed? No, I wasn't. I was disappointed that it happened, because I just wanted a nice match. But, you know, shenanigans is shenanigans. Melees are melees. Fighting is fighting. So there was a cool spot between Bianca lifting up Nia, which is cool. That is a skill. You can't lift that big woman up like that. Nothing against big women, just, you know, size matters. And you see at the end, Bayley interferes with Nia Jax in the match, and it helps Bianca to win. I thought faces don't interfere, but that's another story. I just want to point that I do not care if Bailey wants to be part of the War Games. I do not care. She doesn't add anything. I understand she's a good wrestler, she's consistent, but so is Naomi. So I'd rather pick Naomi over her. I think Bailey's more boring than Naomi, to be fair. She's just part of the 4 horsewomen, so that's why she always gets a bigger push. This is garbage. This is terrible. This is even worse than last week. I thought it couldn't get better, but I've got to be objective. Give it 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. I'm giving till WrestleMania, see how it develops, and see how this all this life of wrestling develops. I'm just cutting it off because I don't think I have the time. I'm making it cool. I'm giving Triple H from this WrestleMania to next WrestleMania and give it a go. If not, I'm done. It doesn't make no sense. This is the Raw before the pay-per-view. You're supposed to feel hyped. I don't feel nothing. I feel robbed. So yeah, this is the Wrestling Conscious channel. With a little empathy, little compassion and common sense, but this is draining me, man. This is draining me. Alright, over and out. Please like and subscribe. I keep on forgetting us, please. Thank you, international people out there in America, India, UK, massive, my UK hometown. Thank you so much.